Okay, if you can see me live, please do comment so I know. This is the first time ever going live on LinkedIn, also live on YouTube. So if you prefer YouTube, you can probably find it there. Okay, just waiting for some people to join. Martin, thanks for commenting. Hey, Amelia. Thanks for dropping in. Really appreciate it. It's the first time I've ever gone live on LinkedIn. I've had the facility for a while now. And if anybody else wants to explore going live, I think you have to convert your LinkedIn profile to creator. Anonymous person dropped in. Hi, everyone. So if you want to be able to go live on LinkedIn yourself, which I'm seeing more and more people do, you have to change your account type to a creator type. Hi, Martin. Hi, David. You change it to creator type, and then you need to get some streaming software. There's plenty of choices out there, but after speaking to a few friends, they suggested that StreamYard was the way ahead. So I'm going to try it. So for those of you who are joining, thank you. If you can just comment below and just let me know if the sound and visuals are good. Hi, Rupesh. Hi, Anne. Oh, everybody's dropping in. Lovely. Yeah, so you can't obviously see it, but the interface for StreamYard it's pretty good. Not too much going on, which I like. Makes it less complicated. So if you can hear me and see me okay, let me know in the comments. If you're catching this a day or two later and you're watching the recording, then just let me know that you're watching the recording so I can just keep an eye on it. Martin, thank you. All good, loud and clear. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for dropping as well. Please, as I'm going through this, if you've got anything to add in the comments, please do. I'm sure the audience would really appreciate that. I think we've got enough to get going. I've been live now for almost 3 minutes, so let's just get into the show, shall we? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the Juji platform. I kind of came across it by chance, liked it, saw that but felt that there's something different about the way it worked. Spoke to Michelle, managed to get access, and the way you build your conversational AI was unlike anything I'd tried before, and that really excited me. So I asked if I could actually do this challenge Juji and dive deeper into the product and do some challenges. So this is the first one, and we're going to actually look at it, a Juji chatbot that's been deployed. We're going to ask it some questions, see how it feels from the end user point of view, from the customer point of view, and then we're going to kind of build it. Hi, Craig. Thanks for dropping in. We're going to build an element of it. So that is the challenge bit. There's many of us in conversational AI that get into it and then only end up using, it might be in this kind of career for 4 years and only end up using 1 or 2 products. So I think it's quite important that as a community we look at all the products, what's available out there, and try them and learn where the current product that we're using strengths and weaknesses are, and what else is available on the market. So let's get into it, shall we? So I'm going to share my screen. Oh, and there we go. We're live. So I'm just going to flick across to the actual chatbot. So we're on a university page, University of Illinois, and we're going to be testing Alma, which is here. So as you would expect with any chatbot that you use, you get a little introduction. This chatbot is named Alma. I do like a name on a chatbot, as many of you know. And then it gives you a little bit of an introduction. I like the idea of kind of setting the scene, and it does that. So you can type any specific question that you want, such as program costs, financial aid, and application requirements. I'll do my best to answer, but if I don't know answer, I'll let one of my human colleagues know. Do not include any personal information in your chat. Anytime you can type restart to restart the chat from the very beginning. So we're ready to go. So we'll start with some basic questions that somebody who's looking for this program might ask. So what can you tell me about your program? Let's try again. It might not be working because yep, I need to refresh it, basically. I was on it earlier. There we go, that's more like it. So, type my name in. Gives the introduction. What can you tell me about your program? So this will feel very much like any other chatbot that you used in the past. So nice and quick, nice and speedy. I think speed is really important. Comes up, gives the answer. And I really do like the addition that they have here, which is, how's my response? I think that works really well. And then you've got any more questions, which is nice. A follow-on question might be, is it accredited? So it comes up, a bit more information, and then we can see there's a blue link to take us out to a page on the website that gives all the details. How much does it cost? So again, gives a nice bit of information, kind of sets the scene, and somebody might be interested in financial aid. And there you go, gives the answer straight away. So the look and feel is tidy, it's neat, it's quick. It's what people would expect from a chatbot, as they would call it. We would call it conversational AI. So that, you know, if any of you out there as conversational designers or project managers or get involved with chatbots and conversational AI, you know, what seems simple to the customer is often quite complicated in the background. So let's have a quick look at how Juji does this and how long it might typically take a team who are not coders, may not have even used a chatbot or built a chatbot before, and how quickly they could put something together within Juji. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new chatbot. We get two options. It can be Facebook Messenger or website. We're going to choose website. Two options there. Use a blank template or find a chatbot template. I don't think I need to explain that. Within Juji, you'll see along the top, we've got some tabs. We can see all general HR, educational, healthcare. We're looking for an educational type bot. And the one we're going to look for is the education program assistant specific. We could view an example if we wanted to, or we can just hit the create button. And we're just going to hit create. So the chatbot has been created from the template, and it's asking what we want to do. We get two options to customize it or preview it. We're going to preview first, because remembering it is a template. So we see the welcome. Hello, Jim. Thanks for connecting. I am your AI assistant for X University Y programs. Anytime during our chat, you can text help to see what I can do, or restart our chat. How may I help you today? And then you can see from the elements that it's very much just a template. And really, the first thing you're going to want them to do is to edit this welcome message. So that's what we'll do first. And you can see these topics down the side, which is the conversation. So we click on help message, hello, and then it's got the string for the user first name. And then you can see it's AI assistant for X university. So what we'll do, just to make it easier, is we'll go back to their greeting. So it's the MBA program, University of Illinois. So I'm just going to copy that. Come back to Juji. And we're going to do this. And I know we're going to call it MBA. There you go. Whatever you want to call it, whatever the business is you're working with. It actually saves whilst it's doing live, and you can see the save is mentioned at the top there. If you're unsure, you like to double check, you just hit the save button. It's not an option. So let's go back in and preview. There you go. Straight away connected that message. Not an issue. Now we can see there's some questions, so we might copy those. And you can see it's got a pre-programmed template response, but none of the detail. Study profile. Again, so what we would do is you would go in as the builders and do that. And what I'm going to show you is, obviously you can manually do that, but we want people that've got no experience of building kind of customer service chatbots, FAQ bots, with some intelligence to be able to do the work really, really quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the design. Obviously, this is where we were working on the chat flow. We're going to go to what's called the Q&A board. And over here on the right, we've got a download a CSV or upload a CSV. Click upload. Obviously, I've got it ready. We've got two options. There's actually one already in there for the template, so we don't want to click add. We're just going to replace. If we did add, it would append these new entries with those rubbish entries that we've just seen. We're going to actually replace those. And it's going to just double check that, because remember, you're changing that whole Q&A database, and it needs that double checking, because otherwise somebody could overwrite things they didn't want to overwrite. There you go. So CSV file has been successfully uploaded. Total question 6, answer question 6, unanswered 0. So we're happy to go. So let's preview. Just to show you what was in that CSV, you can see basically we've got a very basic table. So this is something that anybody who needs to upload the questions and answers could do. It doesn't take a massive amount of skill. You can see there's an idea, question and answer, comments, whatever, but everything is in there. So the questions: tell me about your program, admission criteria, what's your email, what's your address, help, will I have access to the alumni? So if we go back in, we can actually ask some of those, some of that criteria. So tell me about your program. There you go. So it's pulled that straight from the CSV that the non-technical people have created, the people that you'd want that team that is that has been working with customers to update that information and make sure it's accurate. And what I love about Juji is I might be the customer in this conversation now, and somebody could be updating it right now. I wouldn't have to stop this chat or refresh it. It would automatically get the updated data. So imagine, like, COVID's the obvious one. They basically want to, people are asking about COVID. They could put an answer on there, giving strict instructions: you're not to come to campus. This is, these are the rules, whatever else. And anybody who was in chat then, if they asked about COVID, would get that answered. There's no waiting. There's no waiting for somebody else to do the upload. They just simply update the CSV, download the CSV, add in the new entries, re-upload it, and it's live and quick and ready to go. You've not had to get anybody with coding involved, and the decision-making process can be really slow, then waiting for the technical process. So this really does speed things up. Let's ask it another question. So if we look at the CSV, what's your email address? If you do have any questions, please ask them. I'll get to them at some stage. There you go. It's come straight through. Nice and easy. What other questions do we have in the CSV? Admission criteria. There you go. Nice link out. If I click that. Yeah, that was the link that wasn't working before, they've been told. So there you go. You can see exactly what it's doing. And it's just those 5 questions. So the team have built the initial chatbot and they want to deploy. So let's kind of go through that deployment process, which is really, really easy with Juji. I've deployed hundreds of chatbots, but I really like their process. So all we're going to do is generate the URL at the bottom of the page. Simple code. I do like it when they just have a copy code button. It does make life so much easier. To test it, we're going to go into this product here. For any of my fellow conversational designers out there, if you've not used this jsbin.com, then use it. It's great for just deploying your chatbot and testing before you deploy it onto a business website. Posting the script. Oh, and look, there she is. Appeared immediately. So let's just test it out. So let's just try a question. Okay, so I don't know if you realize what happened there is, it says, gives you some ideas of questions you can ask. And remember, we asked earlier about admission criteria. And all I typed was how to get in, which might be another way of asking about the admission criteria. But I didn't have to go in and train the AI. I didn't have to do any of the normal stuff I've done with previous low code or coded platforms. It's literally done all that work for me, which I think is the real special part of Juji. So it's added that from the CSV, it's added the admission criteria question, and then it's done the magic in the background for me. So typing how to get in, it automatically knows that what I'm actually asking is what the admission criteria is. Really, really easy. Here's your email address. There you go. Really, really quick, really, really simple. And I think you're getting a taste now of how a non-technical team could actually go and use the product and create really, really good no-code conversational AI. So if we come back to the design now, this is where you would add in any further questions. So if I go back in and see if I can make this work. Let me think of a question. Alumni. I'm just going to type that question. I'm hoping it'll fail because I'm not giving it a lot of information. Okay. So it's not really sure about that. So alumni would then, bear with me. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a while to come in. So what will happen is we'll see a red thing on here saying 1, and that's comment, alumni, will appear in here. It can take a minute or two, and then we would just assign it to the correct the correct answer if it's been created. If not, then what we would do is we'd look at creating an FAQ and answer to that if it's needed. That's obviously the judgment of the client to make it. So what's really interesting about this kind of, or the core of AI when you're in a no-code environment, is you're not expecting technical people to get into the background. I think this makes it really, really easy. It truly supports a two-way conversation, which is really powerful. And we all get frustrated with AI chatbots that can't handle diverse user input, and humans will ask things in many different ways. So I think it's really, really powerful. So I'm just going to stop sharing now. So I'm hoping I'm back in the room. I'm just going to go down the questions. Yeah, people are in chat. Lovely. Is there a way to separate different databases, CSVs, to prevent similar questions being mingled? I don't know. If any of the Juji team are here and can answer that, my gut feeling is that's kind of the design of the FAQs, and it's around the conversational designer to make that work. The way I've always looked at it is if very similar questions, if you've got, say, 3 questions that are very similar, is to try and compress them into one FAQ if you can. Oh yeah, you mentioned autosave. So Steve, great to see you. Is there version control in case it auto-saves something? That's a bloody good question, actually. So it's auto-saving all the time. And I'm sure I asked that same question of Michelle when I was doing it. So yes, I think you can roll it back at any time. Rupesh said, can we ask the admission process? I did that earlier on, I think. Hi, Sydney. Thanks for dropping in. How to get in? Asked it, Rupesh. You saw that? Yeah, and Rupesh, you're right. It does help technical people save time. Baron, yeah, you and I have used lots and lots of products. And yeah, for me, it seems quite powerful. Don't get me wrong. For the next 3 months, I'm going to be thrashing Juji, trying to see what else we can do. And somebody, I can't remember who it was, asked, basically we're talking about the whole code, no code thing. And they were saying about, but with no code, you can't do any mathematical things. And I actually went back to Juji and said, well, they're saying, or the community is saying, that you can't do mathematical stuff with no code. And their response was, let me show you. So I think that might be the next live we're doing next week. I'm just going to actually get a little bit of training from the Juji team on how that would be done. And then I'll give a demo and get some more feedback. That is basically what I think true no code is. I was trying to work it out the other day, probably somewhere between 30 and 40 platforms around the no code and low code end of the market. And some will take weeks to learn and some literally, well, Juji, I could learn in a couple of hours. It's such an easy platform. If you've got any questions or you're watching this on repeat, feel free to drop a question in there. If you'd like to see more of an in-depth demo, then message me and I'll get that organized for you. Other than that, thanks for dropping by. I really, really appreciate it. And look forward to next week when we're going to be doing some mathematics live within the bots, perhaps discount codes and percentages off. We'll see. Someone said it's sad to have come in late, missed the entire thing. Don't worry. I will get a recording of this up when I work out how it's done. I did purposely send it to YouTube and to here. So hopefully I can get a recorded version of that and get it uploaded. But there will be plenty more videos coming. And to that person who says, you came in late, just message me if you want to have a personal demo of that. I'd be glad to do it. Thanks, everyone. It is Friday evening here in the Republic of Georgia, and I'm going to wind down for the weekend. Thanks again, everyone. Take care.